In this week's Health in a Handbasket, Beth Smythe from the American Diabetes Association joins us in studio to talk all about diabetes and alcohol. And when you're watching your diabetic, your blood sugar, or you're making sure you're trying to stay compliant, but you've been invited to those parties.
Yes.
And you think, I've got to go, or you think, I would love a drink. Well,
yes.
What do you do? How do you make sure you can get, celebrate?
We get this question all the time. I'm diabetic, can I drink? And the answer is yes, in moderation.
Right.
And so the guidelines are the same for someone who's not diabetic.
Okay.
It's for women, 1 drink a day, no more than that.
Okay.
For men, no more than 2. And you're going to want to stick to about 12 ounces of a beer, 5 ounces of wine, or 1.5 ounces of a distilled liquor like, gin or vodka or whiskey.
Okay, so 1 drink of any of these kinds.
Yes.
So 1 glass, 5 ounces, you said, of the wine. All right. So how much sugar then are you, because how much sugar are you getting in the actual alcohol itself?
So here's what we're going to talk about with that. It's not necessarily the sugar that's in there, although some of our mixed drinks, like the mojitos.
Yeah, like the mojito mix and the
sure.
wine cooler over here.
And this, if you had 1 glass of a mojito, you might be getting like 8 or 9 teaspoons of added sugar there. But the goal is watching the blood sugar, because the effect of alcohol on a diabetic can last up to 24 hours.
Wow.
And so a couple of things that they want to do is wear something that identifies that they are diabetic, because oftentimes if you have sleepiness, dizziness, disorientation, those symptoms could be too much alcohol or too low of blood sugar.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so that's, we want to be careful there. The other thing we want to watch out is craft beers tend to have a lot more alcohol and also have more calories, so be careful. So you might want to do a light beer. If you're drinking a mixed drink, you might want to mix it with either a diet, tonic water, a club soda, or something else. And always have something by your side, water, iced tea, diet soda, to sip in between to stay well hydrated. Really important. Couple other things that you want to make sure you're doing is don't skip meals. Often we're saying, oh, we're going to go to a party and I'm going to be drinking, I'm going to skip meals. You don't want to do that, because again, for a diabetic, your blood sugar can go too low.
I see. So if you do that, then you could be setting yourself up. Even if you weren't diabetic, though, you'd be setting yourself up for getting inebriated possibly faster.
Yes.
Or the alcohol working faster.
Yes. And the weight going up because you have, inhibitions down, so you're going to eat more. So you really have to be careful there as well.
Okay. So again, I find it interesting, though, that you mentioned those craft beers, because they are very popular with a lot of people these days. A lot of home brewing going on. People want to, go to those places where they have those beers that are, created in smaller batches. But those, again, I'm glad you pointed that out. They have more alcohol in them.
They have more alcohol in them, so you have to be careful. So a little less of that. Make sure you stay hydrated with something else by that. And again, I can't stress enough, if you're diabetic, you want to be checking your blood sugar. Check it before you're drinking, check it during drinking, and then you want to check it up to 24 hours after you're drinking. Before bed, your blood sugar wants to be between 100 and 140. If it's too low, you need to eat something to get it up. We don't want to have any complications from too much alcohol and diabetes together.
Okay, so check before you go to bed to make sure you're at least in those safe ranges.
Absolutely.
Before you go to sleep, and sleep for 8, 10, and maybe however many hours, and then, This is all great advice. We really appreciate it, Beth, as always. And again, a lot of people, this is really information for any time of year, no matter what. I mean, we're in the summer right now. Everybody's, having lots of parties and lots of events and everything. But this is just as applicable in the winter.
Sure.
We
got
for
holiday season. Yeah. Absolutely.
We won't talk about the holidays yet. Let's enjoy summer while we can. Thank you so much, Beth. We appreciate it.